What's up, everybody? It is your boy Michael O, and today we are back with another track and field reaction video. We're gonna keep it real. You know, this isn't a throwback. This is what's going on right now. We're gonna react to some of the NCAA championships. It just happened. It's going on yesterday, today. You know, all that, and now we got the results. So we're gonna see. I haven't been watching. I watched the prelims, the West regionals, all that. But I haven't watched the finals of a lot of these events. So today we're gonna watch the 100 meter dash, we're gonna watch the 200, we're gonna watch the 400 and the 4x1. I did catch the 4x4 last night, so we're not gonna, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna fake the funk, but I haven't seen these other races, so we're gonna get into it. First up, we're gonna do the 4x1 and just see what happens. I know LSU's in this, I know Houston's in this, and that's really it. And I know those two teams have kind of been going back and forth with in the prelims. You know, Terrence Laird, he looking around for the boys. He's like, Matt Bowling, where you at? He's like, the dude from Houston, where you at? And then I seen the 100 meter semifinals, and same thing. Sean Nncaa, that boy, he got the beads in his hair. That boy was like, Terrence, where you at, my boy? They looking around. So we're gonna check out and see who wins the 4x100. I'm sure George is in it as well.
Champions crowned, a national championship trophy earned and awarded. As you look at the team standings after 7 events, the #1 team coming in, LSU with a 7-point lead over Texas and Mississippi State. Don't worry, USC, Oregon, A&M, they'll show up on that board soon enough.
It looks like
it is the best college meet of the year at the best venue, and it starts with 4 dudes, a stick, and a really fast relay lap. Dwight Stones, Dan O'Brien, take us through the 4x1, fellas.
All right, John, the best way to kick it off with sprinters, the men's 4x1 relay. Florida with the championship record. You saw the other record there. 9 great teams who really worked hard to get here, and we start in lane 8 with the Houston Cougars.
Fastest team in the land this season, coached by greats Carl Lewis and Leroy Burrell. I talked to Leroy Burrell earlier this morning.
How come they're in lane 8?
To see a better first leg from that man right there.
Did somebody get
hurt? He got him around in the prelims, but to win this event, they had to run very fast off the top and have a good first exchange. There you see LSU.
All right, they getting right into it.
LSU
lane 6.
They'll lead off with Dylan.
We getting right into it, baby.
With the great Terrence Laird. Also keep an eye next to LSU on their left in lane 5 in the yellow as well. North Carolina A&T.
A&T got a 4x1?
On the college
hey, A&T is killing it. They really took off. Hold on.
Lead off for the Houston Cougars, but Terrence.
Anyone who sees this, please answer this in the comment. If you're a big track fan, is A&T the new Baylor? You know how Baylor had Michael Johnson, they had Jeremy Warner, they just kind of had, great quarter milers, like great 4x4s and 400s, as well as other relays. Is A&T the new Baylor, where it's like a small school, a random school, not a big name school, and they just dominate the 4x4, the 400, those type of events? We'll see, because I didn't know they was cooking in the 4x1 as well as, the longer sprint. But I'm going to run down all of the lanes real quick. We got Texas Tech in 1, Texas in 2. That should be a good one just between those boys. We got Georgia, Maddie B on the anchor. Clemson, they're always good. A&T, mind-blowing surprise. LSU, those boys are always good. Florida State, they're also always good. Houston, pretty much always good. And then Texas A&M as well. So 3 schools from Texas, all schools from the southern states. So all, Pac-12, the West, god damn, we got to pick it up out in the West. The USCs, the UCLAs, the WSUs, UWs, Arizona. So we got to pick it up. And all the other schools out here on the West, I'm in the West, we got to pick it up because the South is fucking dominating the short sprints. But let's get back into it. Hold on, actually we can't. We have 4 schools from Texas in this. A school from Georgia, a school from Louisiana, North Carolina, and then where's Clemson? I know that's in the South. I don't know if that's also in Georgia or Florida, but goddamn, 4 schools from Texas.
Laird, the anchor for LSU. He's going to be everywhere today. The 100, the 200, and the 4x1. LSU with the most bodies in the finals at these championships. It is their meet to lose. From the
We out.
Texas Tech, then Texas, Georgia, Clemson, North Carolina A&T, LSU,
Who's doing
Florida
good?
State,
It's
Houston,
pretty
and
even.
Texas A&M on the outside.
Whoever's in lane 6 is cooking on A&T. That's LSU. Oh, Houston dropped it.
Houston's out of it.
Ooh.
And
Woo, tragic. All right. Ooh, who's cooking?
Florida State making a move.
Yeah, Florida. A&T's right there with them yellows. Oh, it's even. Ooh. Oh, Georgia's ahead. Georgia. Okay, Terrence Laird. Oh, that's a great.
So
Hold on. No. We gonna kick it back to the second leg. It's really even going into the last leg. A&T, that boy's. I like that dude from A&T. Georgia is in the lead. Terrence Laird's coming. A&T, whoever's in 6. Woo.
So 10 for the Tigers. 38-48.
I don't know who the coach of Georgia
That's a
is.
season best for LSU.
That's a great race. I don't know who the coach of Georgia is. But they got to work on that finish, the finish from Matt Bowling, because in his last like 70 to 100, the last 30 meters, let's say, once he starts hitting 70, it looks like his form is kind of getting out of whack, or like, he's just trying to hold on. It's stressful. And then Terrence Laird and the other people are like lifting, like they're more 200-meter runners. They hitting that gear towards the end of the race. So I don't know. That's just my little input. Them boys know what they're doing, but that's all I caught. That was a great race.
Going there by Terrence Laird, the anchor leg, but about 50 meters in, he seemed to get into his rhythm and stay ahead of the rest of the pack. But this is the first exchange outstanding from Dylan
Houston really
Peoples
dropped
to Noah
it.
Williams, the 400-meter specialist, and they're on the outside.
Noah Williams
is Houston. They go out of the zone
LSU.
and
They got the
bottle it,
400
so they
man
were out
on it.
early on, but outstanding passes all around by
A&T,
LSU.
I don't
They
know
were
if this
pressured by
dude's white
Florida
or
State.
Italian or
But Georgia
what, but
running on the inside. They
he
ran their
cool.
own race, but there you see Terrence Laird get the baton.
FSU is
Coming
there.
right at you, center of
See,
picture, but
watch
it's Matthew
Matt.
Bowling who brought it
I
home
feel like
strong
he's
for
like-
the Georgia Bulldogs. But
I don't
Terrence Laird,
know.
he's had a little trouble with the cold weather,
Look at
but
his
he was
form.
able to hold off a
Laird
charging
looks way more
Georgia
relaxed.
Bulldog and
Bowling
Matthew
looks like
Bowling on
he's
the
trying
inside.
hella hard.
An extremely competitive 4x100-meter relay. Amazing that Houston drops the 6. You figure Leroy Burrell and Carl Lewis. Oh my gosh. LSU wins it over Georgia.
I know
Florida
Carl
State,
Lewis
and
is
North
hot.
Carolina
I know
A&T
Sean
getting
Ngannou or whatever his name is. LSU dude's talking shit. But I know he's pissed because he's like, what? We could have made it.
Today.
All right, so that's all. That's the 4x1. LSU takes it. I think next, I will do, let's just watch the 100 next. 100-meter dash, baby.
Next event on the track,
100.
100-meter dash. Christian Coleman, the world champion, holds both the championship record and the collegiate record. Ran that time.
Hey,
at Knoxville.
Christian Coleman needs to I feel like they need to swag him out or something. I need to work with Christian Coleman because he has the collegiate record at the championship level and just in general. And I feel like I don't really think of him when I think of the 100 or track and field. And he be smashing. He definitely be smashing, but he doesn't talk a lot, or I don't see him. They don't try to market him. We see Noah Lyles more, and Noah Lyles is more weird into anime. He'll dye his hair and shit, so we pay attention to that more. But I don't know. I like to see from Christian Coleman, like, what's going on? What's in his brain? I don't see a lot of marketing around him.
At home in 2017, and there is the man of the hour.
Boys, the gang's all back. The gang is all back this year.
In the 200 later.
Hold on. This is a random point, but the thing that was going on, all the southern schools, they was like, we don't care about that. We just gonna keep going through it. I'm not gonna say the word because YouTube don't like it, but you feel me? All the schools in the South, they were like, we don't care. We're going outside. and we're gonna keep practicing. All the schools up north, we was all up here scared, and that's why the southern teams, I mean, they always be in here. They always are in here regardless, but that's why this year is all southern teams. Now back to the 100.
Junior Terrence Laird, who hails from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. So this weather isn't really bothering him, Dan.
Well, he said that he was used to cold weather, but the way he started that 100 meters
I don't know if he looks
Wednesday,
focused or angry.
He looked like the cold weather might have gotten to him a little bit. Really took him a while to get going. And Sean Maswagani from Houston took advantage of that and ran a
track is a sport where no one ever looks relaxed. Like, I mean, I guess Bolt was relaxed and Noah Lyles be kind of relaxed, but I feel like some of these dudes are so stiff before, you know, you got to be so focused. You can't look at the camera. You can't like show that you're aware that you're at the biggest track meet. You're confident. Like, you just have to stand there and stand forward. And that's really weird to me.
Distance in between. There is how they will line up.
We'll do it. All right. So Coppin State, Joseph Amaya, Matt Bowling in 2. We got Taylor Banks, Florida State in 3. We got Sean Mungani, Houston in 4. We got Micah Williams, the boy from Oregon. He be gassing. That boy be gassing. And I don't know if he plays football, but I feel like he is a person who could transition to football, like, and to actually be successful just because of how his body's built, and he just gets out of the blocks and be gassing. We got number 6 is Jovan Martin from Florida State, so 2 people from Florida State. Number 7, we got USC with Devontae Burnett. Shout out to Devontae. I hope he kills it. And number 8, we got Terrence Laird, and then in number 9, we got Joseph Fontlebe, or I can't pronounce it, my bad. But what's interesting to me is, like, the people who I be paying attention to, who I've highly paid attention to or have been shown to us, are in the outside lane. So I've seen a lot of Matthew Bowling, I've seen a lot of Terrence Laird, and a lot of Joseph Fondelay. That boy, Joseph, gets out hella slow, but once he's into his rhythm, he is gassing. He's so big. He's like a different type of Usain Bolt or something. He would also be hella good at football. He would be a Megatron at football. But it's just kind of interesting to me that Bowling's into Laird, and I know it's all based on seed time, but so I guess we'll be watching for Sean, and we'll see Micah Williams. Let's go West Coast.
Devontae Burnett of USC also in this in lane 7. Mekhi Williams of Oregon. So athletes from each of the teams that really are alone in the race for the title. LSU and Oregon each have an athlete in this 100-meter final.
Well, and the crowd went crazy there, because there you see a young man in the Oregon uniform with the 5 on his hip. That's Mekhi Williams. He was second at the Pac-12 championships, but he's your 60-meter indoor champion, and he easily won his semifinal heat the other day, putting to rest any idea that he might just be a 60-meter specialist. This guy can roll over 100 meters, the fastest kid that Oregon has ever produced.
And let's not forget,
that's big shoes. Oregon's been good the last couple of years, so that's some big shoes right there. They had Cravon Gillespie, and he was, he's fired, and he's faster than Cravon.
Yeah, Georgia in the lead in that 4x100-meter relay on the anchor, and Terrence Laird was able to catch him. Let's see what he can do here in the 100. We will also see him later for the Bulldogs in the 200.
Absolutely loaded here, though. Dwight Fanbula on the outside. Joseph Amoa from Coppin State.
Anyone can win.
And don't forget about the nation's fastest runner this year, Jovan Martin from Florida State.
Okay.
Mekhi Williams with a good start.
Ooh, look at the middle. Is Oregon about to win? Oregon's about to win. Oregon's about to. Oh, who got it? Woo. They saying Laird got it at the end. Is that 10 more for LSU?
50 meters, he was
oh my goodness! Hold on. No. Let's just start it all the way back over. I have no clue who won.
And let's not forget, on the inside, the fabulous freshman Matthew Bowling. He was all high school, did not get to compete outdoors last year due to COVID, and he has had outstanding marks, and he is always a threat. He had Georgia in the lead in that 4x100 meter relay on the anchor, and Terrence Laird was able to catch him. Let's see what he can do here in the 100. We will also see him later for the Bulldogs in the 200.
Absolutely loaded here, though. Dwight Fanbula on the outside. Joseph Amoa from Coppin State. And don't forget about the nation's fastest runner this year, Jovan Martin from Florida State.
Everyone but Fanbula is out. And dude,
it's Williams. The crowd's going crazy. Makai Williams, can he hang on or alert
did he really? Oh, he really just gassed up there.
Terrence Laird got such a slow start at 50 meters.
There's so much going on in the race that you can't even pay attention to anyone. Like, I have no clue how anyone really did, if that makes sense. What place did fucking Bowling get? Who gets second?
To catch him. Let's see what he can do.
I'm going to have to watch it all the way through next time.
Later for the Bulldogs in the 200.
Absolutely loaded here, though. Dwight Fanbula on the outside. Joseph Amoa from Coppin State. And don't forget about the nation's fastest runner this year, Jovan Martin from Florida State.
Let's see what place Bowling gets.
Makai Williams with a good start. It's Williams. The crowd's going
Bowling
crazy.
gets smacked.
Makai Williams, can he
He's
hang
picking
on
up at
or
the
alert
end.
Terrence Laird.
That's
got
20.
such a slow start at 50 meters. He was out of it. And he is now 2 for 2 for the Tigers. Laird runs 10:05 into, or with a slight trailing win. Sean Muswagani of Houston finishes.
He's not saying anything, but he's really looking at them boys like, because they were, like I said, in the prelims, they was going back and forth, 4x1, 4x4. These two was, you know, they talking, they little talking or doing gestures. So right there, he was talking. He's like, so where y'all boys at?
But 10 big ones for LSU, which is
also what's crazy about this or about the 100 is anyone could have won that. Like, it was just how they did that day for that weather. Because it wasn't a record. I feel like all those dudes have ran 10:05 or faster. So it's just he just won this one day. That's crazy. That was a great race. That's a great race. We're going to watch it one more time. Just because it's that close, we're going to watch it one more time. If you don't want to see this, just skip a little forward, and I'll be at the 200 and the 400.
Idea that he might just be a 60-meter specialist. This guy can roll over.
That is always a threat.
Absolutely.
They don't even show Laird
in
the
outside.
the
Joseph
promo.
Amoa from Coppin State. And don't forget about the nation's fastest runner this year, Jovan Martin from Florida State.
Bowling gets left in the blocks. Let's see how USC does. SC.
Makai Williams with a good start.
SC's up there.
It's Williams.
He's ahead.
The crowd's going crazy. Makai Williams, can he
Terrence Laird's feet are just going so fast when everyone else is slowing down. The guy from UW saying he holds on to his speed, but you know, it like he slows down at the end. But Laird is just still picking up speed at 99 meters. Terrence Laird is getting faster.
And Makai Williams hangs on for third, so 6 points for
Williams
Oregon,
got third.
but 10 big ones for LSU, which is huge because of what just happened in the hurdles with Damian Thomas getting 8th place.
10:05.
Well, I think there were some doubts.
Yes.
About Terrence Laird after Wednesday's semifinal.
Sean Mungani beat him in the semifinal, and then he just comes back and wins the championship.
But Makai Williams got a fantastic start. That's what he does. But Terrence Laird, he pressed a little on the outside.
Oh my
About 60
goodness.
meters, though, he was able to find his top end speed. There you see Maswagani in the red.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful sight right here.
Out there on the outside, it's so tough to run that race out there on the outside and not be in the mix in the middle. But that's just outstanding running and focus by Terrence Laird.
All right, that's all. We are gonna go to the next one. Next, I think I'm gonna do a 400. I don't know who wins actually, or I don't know how this race shakes out. Barely even know who's in it, so we'll go to the 400 next.
400-meter dash, 1 lap around. as always, a strong field. NCAA champ.
Mike Norman.
Record right here. Michael Norman on a cool, rainy day.
Oh, my last thought. If you see this, leave in the comments who's going to make the Olympic team for the 100 for the U.S. Like, well, I guess Shamungani, he's not from here. Where's Fambale from? Will Laird make it? Who is going to make it? That's all.
And he came through in a remarkable time. There you take a look at Randolph Ross. I saw him in the
Is A&T the new Baylor?
Called him Ronald. So a bit of a false start by me because really everybody needs to know
they got
Randolph
two
and his dad Dwayne and Ncaa.
They got two in the final.
Like going home, like going downstairs, you in the basement, you see his uniforms, USA uniforms, the Clemson pictures, the interviews and everything, seeing how far he got in track and field, and it kind of inspires you to do yourself.
He said to me, I think it's important that, we keep our family legacy going, and ceiling is extremely high for him. I mean, he has set the goals.
Family business.
He comes to me and he talks about his goals. But one thing I try to instill in him is that, hey, you make your goals, man. I'm here to support and help you reach those.
We ran 3 flat in our opener.
It's a family business. Shout out to Randolph, but I'm going to go.
Dwight, Dan, these guys are legit fast.
Well, they certainly are, and right next to Randolph Ross, just one lane behind him, that's Trevor Stewart. I
didn't see any of the semifinals for this, so I really have no clue.
Great 4x4 team.
Who's been winning who. I know Noah Williams is good, and I know these guys are good, but it just makes you wonder.
Trevor here can sweep this 1-2. They can go 1-2, but they've got to keep an eye out for the LSU youngster on the outside who
it's all yellow. I hope someone from Oregon's in this and has on a yellow uni as well.
Your national leader all year
Everyone
long.
just yellow
Noah
this
Williams,
year.
ranked number 2 in the world this season.
And Dan, this race has huge team implications. If Noah Williams can win this, it's going to make it very, very tough for Oregon to mount an assault. They would have to win pretty much everything that they have left.
All right, so we got Michael Bluth, BYU, Sean Bailey, UTEP, Bryce Dedman, Texas A&M, he's good. Dwight St. Hilaire, Kentucky, I'm not really aware. We got Trevor Stewart in 5, A&T, Randall Ross in 6 from A&T, Tyler Johnson from Ohio State. I hope he does good because I used to know somebody named Tyler Johnson, so just because of the name, I hope you do good. Noah Williams in 8, that boy's really good. And then Ryan Willie in 9 from Florida. I don't know.
And there are your lane assignments with the 2 North Carolina A&T runners in the middle of the track. Dwight St. Hilaire, Kentucky, who is unpredictable in the way he's run this year. He looked really good in the prelims the other day on the relay, but not so great in the flat 400. And Noah Williams being out in lane 8. I believe he had an outside lane draw at the SEC championships in the prelims, and it didn't bother him at all. So let's see how this race will pan out. It's certainly an advantage for the 2 North Carolina A&T athletes, Stewart and Ross, to have Williams out there in lane 8. Keep an eye on him closely and use him as a rabbit.
Well, the 3 guys in lane 6, 7, and 8, they like to push early on in this race. Noah Williams really loves to get out hard. Randolph Ross, he goes out, and so does Tyler Johnson. But Trevor Stewart, he likes to wait and move at about the 200-meter mark.
Yeah, Stewart be just getting cooked in the beginning and then coming back at the end. But we're out.
Then Stewart, Ross, Tyler Johnson, Ohio State, then Williams.
Pretty. Oh, Williams is getting 8.
Florida out in lane 9.
So
Tyler
is that
Johnson of
Dedman?
Ohio State, he really went out hard. And something worth mentioning as well on the inside there is Bryce Dedman.
Randolph doing good.
4x4 leg as they go through the 200-meter mark, and Trevor Stewart begins to make a move.
Sean Bailey of UTEP.
Okay, it's even. We got 4. We got 4.
Trevor Stewart.
We cooking the 3. Trevor Stewart. Oh, Ross is trying to lift. Ross took all. Oh, it's Ross. Dedman on the inside, number 2. Williams is looking like number 3. Or
Stewart for LSU finishing 3rd. 43.85 for Ross.
Woo!
Hello.
That's why that boy took off at the end. He hit 43. He broke 44. He's into the 43s. Congratulations. Hold on.
Coach Wayne Ross inside. There's Bryce Denman.
We watched his last 60.
As they go through the 200-meter mark, and Trevor Stewart begins to make a move.
Sean Bailey of UTEP out of the race.
Stewart's
right
like, it's mine from here.
As they come off, it's Stewart. Trevor Stewart leading off the lot with Randolph Ross right there looking 1-2.
He hit another gear right there.
Closes late, but he's not going to catch Randolph Ross. Ross is going to win it. And then it's going to be Bryce Denman for second. And Noah Williams ends up scoring 6 for LSU, finishing third.
Hey, Stewart could have went harder at the end. He would have got third if he did.
Hello.
Is this the new Baylor?
Coach Wayne Ross said, I think
yellow
my guys can run in the 43 seconds. His son, 43.85. He was clearing away 100 meters to go. Didn't give anybody an opportunity. To catch him. The number 3 time in history, in collegiate history.
And Bryce Denman finally got his race together. His final collegiate race runs 44.44 to finish second. That's a lifetime best for him as well. And Noah Williams hangs on for third, 44.93. Randolph Ross has arrived.
Well, you knew that Trevor Stewart was going to make a move at about 200 meters to go. He likes to hang back. He really moved in that third 100. But look at the patience. Look at Randolph Ross. He's running absolutely perfectly. Good arm action. You run and let the line come to you. You don't run to the line. Just run with great position. And he showed so much poise on that last 100 meters.
Fastest time in the world this year, and just a week out from the Olympic trials. Dwayne Ross's son, Randolph Ross, the coach at North Carolina A&T, he wins it with a spectacular time. Bryce Denman, his second, Williams third, and Ross is downstairs with John.
Randolph Ross, champion, 43.85, and again, it is Randolph. We've apologized. We've made up for calling him Ronald in the elevator this morning. There's 100 different ways to run that one lap. How did you choose to run it today?
Well, me and my dad, coach, sorry. We've been working on the first 350 because we know I'm strong. We've been training for this all year. So as long as I got the 350 first, we knew the rest was gonna be easy. I pushed out. Had a lot of fast people on the outside. I was just able to bring them home stronger.
And you look at 43.85. What do we think of that?
Denman is running great.
I used to look up on TV in the Olympics. All the people that ran 43. It's crazy, like seeing it for yourself. But it's a blessing.
43.85 is great. And you tell me maybe we can see 258 something coming in the 4x4.
That's what we're aiming for.
Go cool down. Go get warmed up. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Go cool down, go get warmed up. Next.
History. Only Michael Norman's race 3 years ago here is faster. Wow.
Cooking.
When we come back.
Hey, at the Olympic trials and at the Olympics, it's going to be great. All he has to do is just keep healthy, keep his form. Him versus Michael Norman. And whoever else, Wayne Van Nerik, I believe, or however you pronounce his name. It'll be great. But that was a good one. Trevor Stewart, he had to just finish a little stronger. He would have been up there. But now, for the finale, for the last video, we gonna watch that 200. We gonna see who wins. Yep, 200 is one of the last. 200 is the last sprint other than the relay, and we gonna do it like that. Since we're not watching the 4x4, then we'll do it like that.
Back in field, and the championship record and collegiate records are there on your screen.
You know what? We're gonna watch the 4x4. I'm gonna get that.
Odaguru from the last championship here when Texas Tech won the championship in 2019. Also in this race, the 200, you'll see Matthew Bowling again. We saw him in the 100.
Hey, they're giving Matt Bowling too much camera time. And I love Matt Bowling. But they're giving him too much camera time because there's a lot of people in this race. But it's like,
this was on my second day on campus. I was kind of
missing home. Didn't really know anyone, but Coach Petros had texted me. He's like, "You want to do this relay with the football team?" Coach Smart asked me about it. I'm like,
and
okay,
he looked
like,
goofy. I know they were
so
like,
show up,
did him?
And I'm on the coaches team, and the players had their own team, and I wasn't expecting to get the baton super far behind, but I was like, oh gosh, I gotta win now. Like, they brought me out for this, so I just went hard for the first maybe 60, 70, and then caught up, and I was like, okay, I can relax a little bit now. But I think the most fun part about that was at the end when all the players talked to me and stuff like that. Like, it meant a lot to me since I was the new guy on campus. And,
hey, this is no shade, but track and field community, Georgia, make sure that he's in some communication classes. If that boy can communicate, he's a star. They're giving him so much camera time. They want him to be a star. He is a star. Run fast, speak well.
But he didn't get a chance to compete outdoors. So a very fitting reward for that young man. And there we see on the outside Joseph Fanboulé. He's just showing up now on YouTube videos about this guy's stride length. You know, we know him as a guy who gets a bad
he has
he closed like a
if
freight
you don't
train
know,
in the semis just 2 nights ago. So it's been
that's
fun
what they
watching
saying.
him as well. But
his semifinals is crazy because his block start, he's so big, his block starts are horrible. He's left in the blocks every single time, but once that boy gets cooking, he is an actual freight train smashing. Like, once he gets cooking in the semifinal, he's damn near in last at the 100. They hit the 100, and once he can straighten out, he's a tank. So go Fanboulé. But let's do the lane assignments real quick. We got Devontae Barnett, USC, in lane 1. Let's go USC. We got Javon Martin in lane 2 from Florida State. I believe we watched a race with him, already. We got Javonte Harding, Ncaa. So Ncaa is also in the 200. We got Matt Bowling in lane 4. We got Shang Mungani in lane 5. We got Joseph Fanboulé in lane 6. We got Terrence Laird, the 100-meter champion, the 4x1 champion, in lane 7. Let's see if he can. Will he get the triple crown? Can he get the triple crown? We got him in 7. We got Micaiah Harris in lane 8, and then we got Robert Gregory in lane 9 from TCU. Let's get it.
Out there in lane 7, Sean Maswagani. So another loaded field, just like the 100 meters.
Learning.
Bowling coming back from a 6th place finish, maybe disappointing for him from the 100 meters. Laird, the 100-meter champion. Fanboulé was also in the middle in that 100 meters, but the 200 is really his race.
All right.
And Maswagani is going to want to redeem himself from losing that 100. So Bowling in the black of Georgia in 3.
All right, Laird's out. Maswangani's out. Bowling's out. This is going to be a great race.
Fanboulé's got some work to do. Maswagani comes off first.
Maswangani's in first. Laird is right there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh.
Right at the tape. 1992.
1992. Oh, that boy lost. Yeah. He said, yeah. He said, yeah. I did not expect that. He messed up the triple crown. That boy, he gassed up. He chest up. He said, thank you.
People started measuring those strides in that last 100 meters. He's just doing incredible
good
things
job,
in the last
boys.
100 of these races.
Congratulations.
It's the number 8 time ever in collegiate history.
His strides really are crazy.
But the science shows that Usain Bolt average strides around 2 meters 69. And Fanboulé was averaging 2 meters 90. Look at him just close so well. That was a great run by Terrence Laird as well. Much better than his semifinal race.
Laird's doing great. Maswangani's doing great, but Fanboulé literally just ate the track.
Equal 4th time in history for the freshman.
He runs like Wallace Spearman. Wallace Spearman would do the exact same thing, and I wish I would have tried it. Like, I never really thought to do that, but you just go hard in that beginning, but once you get to the straight, you gas. That's what Wallace Spearman would do. That's what Fambule, and it doesn't even look like he's doing it on purpose. It's just so natural for him. That's crazy. Let's watch that.
From Florida, who makes Mike Holloway disappointing for him from the 100 meters. Laird, the 100-meter champion. Fambule was also in the middle in that 100 meters, but the 200 is really his race. And Maswagani is going to want to redeem himself from losing that 100. So bowling in the black of Georgia in 3.
That boy is 8. He really gets eaten in the first 100. Maswagani out.
So bowling in the black of Georgia in 3. Maswagani in 5.
Gone. But then he starts coming like a train.
Work to do. Maswagani comes off first. There's Laird in the gold and blue. Here comes Fambule. Eating up the track. Can he back catch Laird?
Oh my
he does
God.
So right at the tape. 1992 for the fabulous freshman.
Woo! Freshman.
1991
Weird.
now corrected to into a very slight head one, 0.4. Just a zephyr.
I'm gonna look
Laird
up,
second at 1994.
Well, after his semifinal race on Wednesday, people started measuring those strides in that last 100 meters. He's just doing incredible things the last 100 of these races.
It's the number 8 time ever in collegiate history.
As a freshman?
But the science shows that Usain Bolt average strides around 2 meters 69. And Fambule was averaging 2 meters 90. Look at him just close so well. That was a great run by Terrence Laird as well. Much better than his semifinal race. Sean Maswagani struggling a little bit.
It says
but
he is from
the sky is the limit for that young man right there.
I believe Minnesota.
Equal 4th time in meet
He
history
from the
for the
States?
freshman from Florida who
I
makes
feel
Mike
like
Holloway's
he's going to
life
compete for
very difficult.
some random
because
African
he just has
country
days
or
where
just
you
some
wonder,
African
you
country
just shake your
in
head,
the
what
Olympics
is
because
this guy
he's
doing? And then he comes back and wins a national championship for you in the 200 meters as a freshman. Terrence Laird has had a heck of a day. Anchors the 4x1, wins the 100, and runs a great time in second in the 200. Sean Maswagani getting third. Joseph Fambule downstairs with John Anderson.
Lane 8 and Lane 9 must have
He's
got
looking
hurt.
at the finish right there. You must have known you had it, right? It was close.
It was close. I did my thing. I won. That's it.
You had to come.
Ooh, ooh, that boy. Let's say it again. Say it again, Joseph. I did my thing.
Joseph
I won.
Fambule downstairs with John Anderson.
Joseph Fambule right now. He's looking at the finish right there. You must have known you had it, right? It was close.
It was close. I did my thing. I won. That's it.
You had to come a long way back from this thing again. What do you do when you see that you've kind of spotted guys 5-6 meters?
What I do, I stick to my race plan. Me and coach said, your own race, your own space. That's it.
That's it. And you tracked them down. That's a full field. You've seen these guys before. What's it mean to finally get by them? Because you've come close.
Yes.
But this time,
yes.
you're first across the line.
It feels good, you know. Hard work pays off.
That's the greatest thing. And that happened to me, and you know that's happened to so many sprinters, so many runners. But
crazy. There it is, Dwight Stones. You know that. You're a high. That's crazy, man. Joseph Fambule, champion for the
champion.
Gators.
Good work,
at
Joseph.
200 meters.
But that's really crazy that, you know, bowling, Terrence Laird going to all these events. It's like, you know, they've been beating him. They've been beating him all season. They beat him. And I haven't watched every meet, but, you know, at the SEC championships, and then you just come to the end. It's like, that's perfect race plan. That's perfect coaching by Mike Holloway. That's being a gamer by Fambule. That's you know, being healthy as well at the end of the season. But it's like, you can't write that. You can't make that up. That, hey, these guys have been beating me, and at the very last race of the season, I'm gonna run right past them, and I'm gonna PR, and I'm gonna kind of, you know, ruin the show for Mr. Laird there. So that's lit. Shout out to Joseph, because that was a great race. And like I said, that's that Wallace Spearman I'm going to catch you at the end, my boy. So you know what? I decided we are going to do one more. We're going to watch the 4x4. I've seen it, but I'm going to go ahead and just watch it with anyone else. I'm going to watch it with y'all. You feel me? I'm going to watch it with y'all. So give me a moment. I'm going to get that video snagged, and we'll be watching the 4x4. I do know who wins, but I figure there's good replay value. It's good to see, like, does anyone else do good? I know, we all know who wins, but it's like, does anyone else do good in this event? So we'll watch that real quick. But Joseph Fambule, I don't know why, but to me, he just looks African. I mean, I think he's going to have some type of African, descent or Jamaican, blah, 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 by the last name. But I don't even know why. He speaks well. Joseph's like, boy. Joseph from Minnesota. He like, boy, I gassed on these boys. All right. And to close it out in true track and field fashion, we gonna do the 4x4. 4x4. In real track and field fashion.
Here to Eugene. Final event of the men's meet. The 4x400 relay. The Trojans have the meet and the collegiate record from that amazing 2018 team with Ry Benjamin and Michael Norman on it. And we are looking at a team that has the third best time in collegiate history, North Carolina A&T.
Well, the question is, can North Carolina A&T do what the USC Trojans did back in 2018, and that was to win the Open 400 and the 4x4.
We just into it. Hold on. I'm just chilling. Who's in what lane? Can we see that? They just said A&T. They didn't even want to show the lanes. But A&M in 5.
4x400 relay is religion in College Station.
I'm all the way on the. We both are.
All right, here's the things. Baylor's in it. Baylor's in lane 1. Florida's in it. Florida's in lane 2. The real question is, does Joseph Fambule run the 400 as well? Stephen F. Austin is in lane 3. I remember running against them, and I was always like, where is this school? But I remember them. Iowa's in lane 4. I've seen Iowa in the 4x4 a couple times, but I don't know. They never have a great runner, but they'll be in the championship. So shout out to them. Texas A&M is in number 5. They're always good. North Carolina A&T is in 6. They're likely to win it. USC is in 7. Who runs on the UFC 400 team? Kentucky is in 8, and then Arizona is in 9. That's all. The last 3 lanes are like, who do they got in the Open 400? But whatever. We in it.
On the inside, Baylor, Florida, Stephen F. Austin, then Iowa, Texas A&M in 5, North Carolina A&T in 6, then Southern California, Kentucky.
I'm gonna move out of the time. I've been just sitting right in front of the time.
Talking to Dwayne Ross this morning, I said, how game is Daniel Stokes? He's a 100-meter, 200-meter guy who steps up for this relay for them. He said he's been all over.
All right, A&T is in yellow. Those 2 yellow teams are doing good. You see A&T. USC's kind of up there.
So is Nicholas Ramey for Southern Cal, and on the outside, Nash Williams for Arizona.
Those Kentucky's all right.
It's the Trojans. And they will run Brian Herring.
Whoever's in lane 2 is kind of doing good, or that inside lane. Baylor's getting smacked. Yep, Florida.
Really led off. This is Chance Sawyers. Who's going to get the pole? It looks like the Trojans from here.
Randall, A&T's in the back right now.
Trojans, Florida, A&T.
Hey. If you run a 40, they got that boy on the second leg. I love that. Second leg is the best leg in the 4x4 because you do stuff like this.
All the way to the lead, he's showing that
from 6 to the lead. if you run a 43 in the final, you're gassed. He ran in lane 2 the whole time. Like, that confidence is up after you do a 43.
So A&T now with Akeem Sirleaf.
Is that SC?
The Trojans.
Yep,
with
SC.
Cameron Samuel.
We got Florida.
Isaiah Jewett said, make no mistake, I will be on the anchor.
Randolph Ross 43-6 on that baton carry.
Florida in third still.
Florida's in third, A&M is in fourth.
And
then we got Iowa,
in fourth place.
Arizona, and SF Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
800-meter specialist.
All right, the race is for second low-key right now.
A&T passes first to Trevor Stewart.
Ooh, we got a race. I don't think they're going to catch him. Who's going to get second? SC. Who's this? Florida? Where's Fomble? A&M. Hey, that little dude's smashing.
The tall countenance of the senior, his final
it's getting bunched up. It's a great race. Little dude on the inside. SC. Iowa's making a move.
This is Bryce Deadman. I'm sorry,
Deadman. SC. All right, everyone's kicking. Ooh, go, little dude. Go, little dude. Ooh. Hold on. That little dude was smashing.
It's Austin, just
like the camera. Ooh, boy. Hold on. Last 100. SC's right there. Look at this guy. In the purple. No one's gonna catch him. Gas mode. Gas mode. Oh my God.
No, Kentucky on the outside. I can't see the number. No, it's Austin, just like on the first. Amazing close.
Amazing close. Is this it? Let's see. Here's the leg. I think they're in. Here he is. They're in 6th. Gets the baton.
Paid special attention and made sure he had the baton in his hand before he turned his head. Didn't want to make any mistakes here. He's been the anchor for them both indoors and outdoors all season long.
Jewett, the 800-meter champion for the Trojans on anchor. Here comes Devin Dixon, the tall.
He really gassed.
Senior, his final race for the Aggies.
He's going in on the inside. I didn't even. He's so little. He could go through on the inside.
This is Bryce Deadman. I'm sorry, Deadman is on the anchor.
Ran right past him. Ran right past USC.
Can he catch?
How the hell did you run past Bryce Deadman?
Again. And here comes
Who is this man? Who is this man?
On the outside.
How did he do that?
Can't see the number. No, it's Austin.
Who is Robinson?
Amazing close on the anchor. 44-12. 43-45 for Austin. Ahmad Robinson. 43-45 on anchor to bring the Lumberjacks up to second place. A&T runs 3 flat 92 for the victory. Deadman brings it back in 44-12. A&M gets third. USC drops to fourth with a 45-28 anchor by Isaiah Jewett.
Well, Trevor Stewart, that man there, drops a 44-17 as they run 4 flat. But yeah,
tired.
Outstanding running by Stephen F. Austin. But they've got a North Carolina A&T. They've got an NCAA indoor title as well to go along with this outdoor title. Masters of the 4x4 this season.
The results are official. There are the finishes. It's A&T and
one. We need to figure out what events was Ahmad Robinson in, because that boy gassed. And also, I think his coach, now it's that joke. Like, now you got to run the 4x4 all the time. Now you're in the open 4 because he just ran such an amazing leg from the heart that now he's going to be stuck in the 400-meter dash. That's hilarious. I'm going to look him up real quick.
Austin and then A&M and USC. Who's going to pass first? It's the Trojans. And they will run Brian Herring on second leg. Down on the inside now in lane 2. Florida doing a great job. Brian Willie led off. This is Chance Sawyers. Who's going to get the pole? It looks like the Trojans from here. It is. Trojans.
He did. Ahmad Robinson had a. This is just from T-Fers. So he went to rest. Oh, he did great. Hold on. So, this year it shows that he ran a 45-61 in the 400. That was at West Regionals. He didn't do good in the 400 for some reason at Nationals. He had a 47. You know, that could be anything. And then in the 200 he has a 21:03, and in the 800 he had a 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So that's just so surprising. I'm like, what does this guy do? Is he in the 100? I guess he's already in the 4, but hey, that was amazing. And then also for the 4x4, sometimes, because it's literally like this, like if you're the best runner, sometimes it's good to be number 2 on the 4x4, because if everyone's going, like let's say everyone's going, and then, you know, it's the second leg where you get to make the break and everyone can see where you're at. So second and third is like, if you're in 6, if you get the baton in 6 and then you just kill it and then pass it, it's like, damn, what did this guy do? Like, look at this one guy who just came back and ran so crazy. Or if you're in lane 3, but it's like A&T. After Randolph gets the baton and passes it, then the next guy, he's just in first the whole way. Trevor Stewart, he's just in first the whole way. And that's lit. Like, of course, that's lit. You know, just run, don't choke or anything, and you're straight. But it's just fun to, like, you know, you change. In the 4x4, the second person gets to cut in, changes, like, really gets to just bump elbows with everybody. And that's so fun. That's what I would do. That's what I would do, because I've been on 4x teams that were filthy, and then I've been on 4x4 teams that are so whack. And if you're in last, it's horrible to get the baton in 8th place, and you're like, what the fuck? I gotta run a whole lap by myself. But if you, you know, if you were second, then you're good. You feel me? If you're second, at least you get to run with everybody, and then whoever messes it up from there messes it up or brings it home if they can do that. But that's so fun. But damn, this is a long ass video. That is the NCAA track and field championship sprints. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Great races this year. Shit, I'm in love. I'm in love. So shout out to everyone who did it. To me, in the sprints, the 2 top performers are Terrence Laird, of course, because he got the 1 in the 4x1, and then from there it would be Joseph Joseph F, because he really came back and just came out of nowhere. And then, you know, the guy from Houston, that's crazy that he didn't do as well, because at the regionals and all that, he was breaking 10, but maybe it's the weather, maybe it's all that. But anyway, I'm out. I'm done. This is a great video. Now I gotta edit this and figure out how to put it out, but sheesh, there it is, the NCAA track and field sprints. Much love. You know, we're just gonna close out with the 4x4. We're gonna start it from here. We're gonna watch Stephen F. Austin again. Look at them.
All the way to the lead. He's showing that
they're in 6 right
championship speed.
How do you run past Bryce Detman though, who was second in the 400?
400 meters at this meet ever, and the 3rd fastest in collegiate history. So A&T now with Akeem Sirleaf in the lead. The Trojans with Cameron Samuel. Remember, Isaiah Jewett says, make no mistake, I will be on the anchor.
Randolph Ross 43.6 on that baton carry.
Florida in 3rd still with Denzel Villamon. And then A&M sneaking in there in 4th place. Amadou Atewi.
The race is for second.
Their 800-meter specialist. A&T passes first to Trevor Stewart.
And Trevor Stewart paid special attention and made
Where's
sure
Lil
he
Man
had the
at?
baton in his hand before he turned his
Lil
head.
Man just snuck in the fifth real quick.
He's been the anchor for them both indoors and outdoors all season
Lil
long.
Man just eating up. He gonna leave it all on the track. He leaving it every ounce of it on the track. He just gets up there.
Of the senior, his final race for the Aggies. Aggies in first, Aggies in second.
Passing on the inside, he weaving through him. He run right past USC.
Is on the anchor.
Now, how the hell?
Can he catch Trevor Stewart's too big a...
Now, what would have happened in the open four?
Here comes, is this Stephen
Oh my
F.
goodness.
Austin? No, Kentucky on the outside. I can't see the number. No, it's Austin, just like I thought first. Amazing close on the anchor. 44-12. 43-45 for Austin. Ahmad Robinson. 43-45 on anchor to bring the Lumberjacks up to second place.
I want to go back and
runs
see what
3
happened
flat
in
92 for the victory.
that was crazy.
Deadman brings it back.
And I know that's a split, and it's a different type of motivation. It's just different on the 4x4. People run better on the 4x4. People
Trevor
run
Stewart,
worse.
that man there, drops a 44-17
That's really
as
crazy.
they run 4
And
flat.
what
But yeah,
would have happened?
outstanding running
You
by
know?
Stephen
He ran
F.
like that in the
Austin,
open
but
floor.
they've got a North Carolina A&T. They've got an NCAA indoor title as well to go along with this outdoor title. Masters of the 4x4 this season.
The results are official. There are
All
the
right.
finishes.
Peace out, y'all. It's a beautiful day.